Oh yeah, that was perfect. That was excellent. That was actually a masterpiece. Yeah. Now, move your neck side to side and just tell everybody how you feel.
I feel wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, in comparison,
Yeah.
I've been hurting for a long time.
Yeah.
And this is just, I want to cry.
Oh, that's a normal reaction, by the way.
All right, what's going on, guys? So I'm Ryan here. I'm with Baker Chiropractic, and this is Elise. This is going to be our new patient today. She's also our licensed massage therapist. Elise, come on back. There's a couple of main things that happen. So number one, what we're going to do is we're going to bring you through phase 1 and then phase 2 treatment care. Doctor will determine what that is, but phase 1 is fixing your acute pain and figure out what exactly is going on. Phase 2 is strengthening it. Big main things that go on here is we have the adjustment tables. This is what I like to say, this is where the magic happens, right? This is where Doc actually adjusts you and things happen, right? So also over here, pretty much everything you see behind you is a form of therapy. Now again, Doc will determine what is best for you. We have these roller beds or IST beds. Now at least what this does is this brings joint fluid back into the disc, back into the vertebrae there, and it allows you to have better range of motion in your back, and it also is going to reduce any sort of spinal degeneration, okay? Disc degeneration, as it's called. Come on back here. So these right here, this is our ultrasound EMS area. This is amazing. I want you to think about this like someone's putting a syringe in and just pulling out that pain, pulling out all of those problems, because what it's doing is that ultrasound, right? So this ultrasound right here is what's really going to reduce the pain. This goes down deep, muscles, bones, ligament, tendons, everything. And then we have the EMS, which is going to stimulate that blood flow back in there. But think about it as something that's like, so you could do just EMS by itself and you'd feel better. But ultrasound EMS, amazing combo. We have such good results. As a matter of fact, we also have people see you back here, right? So we always have someone as a licensed massage therapist on staff. Typically it's you. I like to talk you up. I like to tell them about how good you are. What brings you in today?
Well, by me being a therapist, I have not had a massage, and I couldn't tell you when.
Okay.
Right now I'm having a lot of quad pain in my quads, mainly on the right side because I'm right-handed, of course. So low back pain as well. Probably maybe in C2, C3. Like, and it had that little knot, that little love knot.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Back in the cervical of the neck or whatever. So that's mainly my issues is the right side. And I've had probably about 7 fractures within the past 4 years on my tibia.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So right tibia. So right tibia trauma. Basically, what I like to say about chiropractic is that it's amazing for everything, because every single cell, every muscle, every tissue, bone, organ, everything leads back to the central nervous system in the body, right? So we see over here, right? You can see literally everything in the body leads back through the spinal column, right? The vagus nerve, every nerve, everything leads back through the spinal column. It's all regulated right here, okay? So we're working on 2 big things. Number 1, proper spinal curvature, okay? And number 2, removing those subluxations, because what you see over here, right? So we'll take this one for example.
Okay.
If this, as you know, if this column is out of place, this nerve root can't get proper transmission, right? So if you're having headaches, right, and we're going to go C2 or C1 or C2, right, the axis or the atlas there. If that's out by just a little bit, you can experience, very intense migraines from that, So definitely something that we work on here. Obviously, chiropractic is working on the whole body, but a lot of people come in for these pain. Their motivation to finally see us is these pain-related issues. I am going to get your blood pressure and your pulse. Okay. So this is going to tell me a couple of quick pieces. Go ahead and supinate a wrist for me. Thank you, ma'am. I'll explain it to you as you're up here. But what I want you to do is just step on these scales and leave the screen exposed so I can see what it's at. All right. And I want you to just look straight forward. Don't look down at the scales. That'll tip off the measurements, and it'll tell me a couple of different things, and I'll explain it to you, okay?
Here.
Yes, ma'am. And then one right there. Stand straight forward. So you can see that she's a couple pounds lower on that left side, right? So she's putting more weight on that right foot. which is normal. There's a lot of subluxations to be fixed in the pelvis. Perfect. Go ahead and step off there. So what exactly this is doing is this is testing where the pelvis sits in relation to the rest of the body and where you're having more weight distribution, because even a couple pounds off can indicate that your pelvis is off by even a couple of millimeters. Anything more than, I believe it's 2 millimeters is cause for concern.
Sounds wonderful.
Come on over there for me real quick.
Okay.
So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a Titrant Scan, okay? So this Titrant Scan, this measures essentially the nerve inflammation at the skin level.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you put on an open back gown. I'm going to have you sit right here, okay? Just like this. I'm going to take the measurement for you, and I'm going to show you what exactly is going on the screen, okay?
Okay.
Take a look here. Tell me what you see, what colors you see.
I see a lot of red.
I'm going to tell you right now, anything more than one of these little green blips is essentially cause for concern, right? So obviously, these red ones, we have a pretty severe nerve impingement. That's what the Titrant Scan is telling me. I'm going to guess you probably have a couple, good little bit of headaches. You have, some subluxations in the atlas and the axis there. You have some issues there?
Yes.
I also see that we have quite a little bit here of red. I'm going to guess you probably have some pain, some numbness, maybe some tingling down the arm, something like that.
Yes.
Any issues there?
Yes.
This is just going to continue all the way down. I could guess symptoms all day. I would absolutely say we have a little bit of pain here, maybe in the low back. Absolutely.
On the right side.
Got you all ready for x-rays in the system. Doc will be in with you soon. He's going to explain the rest of the process from here, okay?
Thank you.
Hey Elise, I'm Dr. Baker. Nice to meet you. So Ryan and I have talked. I've studied your nerve scan, and now we're going to go ahead and do x-rays. And x-rays are going to do a couple things. That's the blueprint for your spine, Elise. It's going to tell me exactly where you need to be adjusted, and it's going to quantify those areas of subluxation. So here's your first x-ray. The awesome thing about these x-rays, they're digital.
Oh, wow.
So I have the image right here. Oh my goodness, you have a right lumbar convexity. This is what I love about x-rays. I would have never known this about Elise had I not taken this x-ray. This is exciting. Okay, Elise, so we just got done taking x-rays. This is interesting. So can you look over here at me, Elise?
Yes, sir.
So this is your neck, and the x-ray beam is going through this lateral part of your neck, the side basically, okay? So the normal architecture of your neck, it should have a 42-degree arc in it. So think of like a banana. That's an arc, right? So I went to Italy a couple years ago. Did you know the Roman Colosseum today is still standing? Yeah, the Roman Colosseum. You ever see that movie Gladiator? Russell Crowe? That's my man right there. Okay? So the Roman Colosseum is still standing, and that's built in arcs. So a principle of arcs, at least, it helps dissipate pressure. Same principles apply to your body. We have an amazing master creator. He put these arcs in our spine. But what happens over the course of time, we lose our arcs in our spine. Do you know how that happens?
Age.
Poor posture, working improper muscular balance, not taking care of the proper spinal hygiene, seeing your chiropractor every week.
Yes.
These are your actual x-rays we just took. So the normal curve in your neck, see that green number? What is that green number? Tell everybody. What do you see there?
42 degrees.
Now, time out. Do you see how close you had to get? We got to do an eye exam after this, okay? So 42 degrees is the normal arc in your spine. Now, when you don't have the proper arc in your spine, that's going to have more force downward, okay? Your current measurement, you see that number, that red number? Say it out loud. What is it? This number, it's a minus 1.1 degree. So what that means is, not only is your neck straight, but it's actually going backward or retro. So that puts even more pressure on your neck. And I can tell that because look at the joints right here. So these vertebral bodies should be nice and square. Due to the force pushing downward for years, you're getting bone spurs right there. Now, how long do you think it takes for a bone spur to form in your neck? The bones are the hardest substance in your body. How long do you think it takes to take a bone spur to form? How many years?
I would say maybe 4 or 5.
10, 15, 20, 30. So you've never been to a chiropractor before.
No, sir.
I've already graded your x-rays. You're at level 2 degeneration. That means that degeneration has been going on for 20 years. You should have been a patient a long time ago. but you're like the average person, you didn't know. But today you know. Yeah, we had an epiphany today. Okay? So your curve is minus 1.1, it should be 42 degrees. So that means you're not gonna be friends for a long time. And there's two friends people need, a chiropractor and a massage therapist. Okay? You might flip those two around. You might say massage therapist, chiropractor, but I'm gonna say chiropractor, massage therapist, okay?
Right.
All right, this is your pelvis from the front. So do you remember when we had your back standing against the x-ray board? Okay, so I'm gonna put my pen right here on the top of the left hip and the top of the right hip. This is the right marker, do you see that?
Yeah.
So tell me what number you see right there.
The 10.
The 10. That's 10 millimeters. So what that means is I put a line on the top of the right hip and then the left hip. You have a 10 millimeter deficiency from the left hip to the right. This is why this is important. So your hips work in rotation, okay? So what happens is your hips, they connect in the back and the front and they rotate like this. So that you have a condition called pelvic unleveling, where you have rotation in your hips. What that does, it throws your leg length off. Does that make sense? So your legs will change length depending on the rotation of your pelvis. And so chiropractically, what we do is we adjust your hips and then help balance on your hips. And in turn, your leg length will even out. See it all the time. Patients think that's a miracle, doctor can change the length of my legs. But really, it's just a function of physics and biomechanics because your hips are out of alignment here. Let me ask you this, has your back ever hurt you?
Yes.
Yes. And does your legs ever feel weak?
Yes.
Do your legs ever feel like there's so much pressure, they feel achy?
Yes.
That's all stemming from your lower back. Okay? We're gonna fix that for you. Right here to right here, this should be like a plumb line. It should be straight up and down. You're actually getting a right curvature of your lower back. So it's curving to the right there. See that? And so from here to here, it should be straight. So that's called a compensatory curve. So you have a right lumbar convexity. Now, before we took x-rays today, did you know you had a curve in your back? No. Has anybody ever told you that?
No.
You know why? Nobody's ever looked. Does that make sense? Exactly. So that's why people will go to their medical doctor and, hey, medical doctors are patients here. My own dad was a medical doctor, but they look at things differently. As long as there's no tumors, cancers, or fractures, you're fine. But from a biomechanical standpoint, this is less than fine. Does that make sense? So we're gonna put you on a program, it's called corrective chiropractic care. We're gonna fix all these muscles, these imbalances you have. Does that make sense? Okay, you excited?
Yeah.
Excited for
I'm
you?
excited.
So your current curvature in the lumbar spine is 40 degrees. See that number? Okay, so green is normal. This is your number right here. Tell me what you see there.
52.9.
Okay. Now, you have a condition. In the layman's terms, it's called sway back. So you have a curve that's too much. So we need to reduce that, okay? Because we know normal is 40 and you're 52.9. So now that we know that, we're gonna do specific adjustments to help decrease your sway back. And we'll actually show you how that is improved. Now, how do you think, as your chiropractor, how do you think I would show you how that would be improved? Like what would I show you down the road?
Before and after.
Exactly.
Take more x-rays.
We take before and after x-rays. So we will actually prove to you that your lumbar spine will be reduced. So the medical condition is called hyperlordotic lumbar curve. In layman's terms, it's called sway back. So we're gonna reduce your sway back, okay? Okay, Elise, you excited for your first adjustments?
Yes.
Okay, so what I'm gonna have you do is lie face down on the table, okay? So go ahead and put your head right here. One arm is here. The other arm is right here, and look face down. This position right here, it helps relax your spine for your first adjustments, okay? So we have the x-rays, we have the nerve scan, we did your physical exam, etc. Now we know exactly where to do your corrective chiropractic care, okay?
Okay.
So now that we know how to do that, we're gonna make your first adjustments. So I place my hands on this vertebrae. I'm gonna position my hands right in the vertebrae like this, okay, Elise? And when I tell you, you're gonna take a deep breath in, you let it all the way out, and then you're gonna feel my hands go downward, and you're gonna feel an impulse like that, okay? Deep breath in, all the way out, and pressure right. Oh, good job. You did great.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Elise. We're gonna adjust right here, right here, and right here. Take a deep breath in, all the way out, and pressure right here. Just relax.
Oh,
You're welcome.
thank you.
You did great.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a normal response.
Okay.
How'd that feel?
It feels super great.
Good. Now this back is a mess.
Okay. Hot
Okay.
mess.
Hot mess. Okay.
Okay.
So lie on this right side. So turn your whole body toward me, Elise. Your whole body toward me. This pillow comes up. Put your head right there. Okay. You're crossing your arms here like this. Just a little bit more on your side like this, Elise. And like this. And like this. Just kind of look toward the wall here.
Yes, sir.
Now the bottom leg is always straight on the table. The top leg is bent. We're actually going to use this as a lever, okay? I'm going to reposition you like this. And then like this, perfectly. And the best thing you can do is just relax, okay? So just totally relax. Let the doc do all the work, okay? So I'm gonna adjust this L5 vertebrae. We're gonna roll you over toward me. I'm gonna put my hand in the position, take a deep breath in, let it all the way out. You're gonna feel pressure right there.
Mercy.
How'd that feel?
It felt good.
Good? Did that feel good?
Yes,
That's
Lord.
great. Okay, now lie on this side toward the wall here, okay? Hey, Elise, you know how long I've been doing this?
For a long time.
For a long
I can feel
time.
all this, like, ooh.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, bottom leg is straight.
Okay.
Top leg is bent like a lever. The bottom hip comes out toward me. By the way, every adjustment that I made, this moves perfectly. So we're having a good day. Yes, ma'am. What's the date today?
Today is Monday.
It's the 11th, right?
Yes, sir.
Mark it on your calendar because your life is going to change.
So excited.
Okay, take a deep breath, Elise. All the way out. You're going to feel pressure right there. How'd that feel, Elise?
Hallelujah.
Yeah. Come on up. I love it. Okay, put you right here.
Okay.
You know what's funny? You're like the average new patient. You don't know what to expect, but that's why we walk you through the process. We've explained everything in detail. We've walked you through the process, and now it makes sense why you need to get adjusted. Okay.
Yeah, everything makes sense.
Now, when I make your neck adjustment, because the neck and the ears are close together, you'll always hear more noise. It can be startling, but you understand you have a negative degree curvature. Remember, it's -1. So I'm going to stand behind you, adjust the vertebrae in the neck, but you will hear a little bit more noise, so don't let it startle you, okay? Very good.
Ooh, Lord.
So we're going to drop the right ear to my hand. We're going to relax. We're going to drop that shoulder. You're going to feel pressure right.
Ooh.
Yeah. How'd it feel? Yes, exactly.
You want a testimony?
Yeah, I want a minute. Let me get done. I'm not even done yet, Elise. Now, we're going to take the left side over here. And just relax. I'll give you a point of tension and position. Relax. Oh, yeah. That was perfect. That was excellent. That was actually a masterpiece. Yeah. Now, move your neck side to side and just tell everybody how you feel.
I feel wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, in comparison,
Yeah.
I've been hurting for a long time.
Yeah.
And this is just, I want to cry.
Oh, that's a normal reaction, by the way. Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah.
Because people are in pain for so long.
Yeah.
So just think of how many people out there right now don't know what to do, where to go. I mean, this is the beauty of chiropractic. It's amazing. So, and you're about to cry. That's okay. I'm used to it. Yeah. Give me a hug, Elise. You did great.
Before, like, moving my neck around, and I try to stretch,
Sure.
exercise.
Right. Stretching is
stretch.
good, but it doesn't do anything to realign your spine.
I
You need to
noticed it.
realign it. Just like I don't do what you do.
Okay.
I mean, everybody needs a massage therapist or a chiropractor, you know? There'd be less road rage every morning, you know?
Yeah, everybody's in a hurry.
Exactly. Absolutely. Hey, everybody, we had a great shift today. We saw kids, we saw adolescents, toddlers, teenagers, geriatric patients. When you guys are watching these videos, do a couple things. Like, subscribe, and hit notifications, and tell us what you guys want. We actually personally watch these videos. We respond to every comment personally. So make sure you guys are checking us out, and make sure you give us feedback. We'll see you guys next time.